Love yours. Love yours. No such thing.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Kevon's Life. I'm Kevon. If you're new here, hey. If you're not new here, hey. I'm so glad that you decided to join me today. As you can tell by the title of this video, it is a yarn review. I'm really pumped because this is actually my first yarn review. But I think it's going to be a good one because I have something to compare it to, which is very nice. My battery is dying. Let me get another battery. Like I was saying, I am reviewing the Big Twist t-shirt yarn from Joann's Fabric Store. It's a new yarn that they just dropped maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago at this point. And before we get into my review about Joann's Big Twist t-shirt yarn, I want to give you guys the specs about it. So let's talk price point. Price point, regular price is $12.99, and if you are a craft girl, you already know coupons on deck when we go to Joann's. Right now it's on the website for $8.99. You can get it a little cheaper than that depending on what kind of coupons you use. I would say that's a pretty good price point, especially comparing to the t-shirt yarn that I bought on Amazon. For my last purse project, I paid like closer to $17 or $18 for 131 yards. Already like $5-6 difference, which is very nice. Let's talk color range. Joann's dropped 14 different colors of the Big Twist t-shirt yarn, and I picked it up in 2 different colors. I picked up the black, and the official name is called Shadow Black. And then I picked up the color Sour Lime, which is this really pretty green color. So I'm planning to make 2 separate purses with this yarn. I think I'm just gonna start with one color first, and then if I like the yarn, I'll keep it and make another purse. If not, I'm giving it back to Joann's, you know? I picked up 2 of each. It's a 6 weight, super bulky yarn. The recommended needle size is a 9 mm. Last time I made a purse with the t-shirt yarn, I used a 6 mm, but I do think I'm gonna try something different this time and use a different size. Make sure you stick around to the end of this video to find out how my project works up using this yarn and what size needle I decide to go with. I wanted to come on here and give you guys the specs about the Big Twist t-shirt yarn, and then you'll see me in a couple days after I've worked on my project, and I'll come back and give you guys my final thoughts on the yarn itself. With this yarn, I'm gonna make a purse like I did a few weeks ago if you've been keeping up with my videos. I'm gonna make the same exact crochet purse just with the Big Twist brand yarn and see how it works up in comparison to the yarn that I use from Amazon. For both brands come in skeins of about 130 yards, and I know that for that project I needed more than 1 skein. I don't anticipate using the full second skein, but I do know that I'm gonna need it. So that's why I picked up 2 in each of the colors, the Shadow Black and the Sour Lime. Already when I feel this yarn, it actually feels a little different compared to the other t-shirt yarn that I picked up from Amazon. This one feels a little less stretchy, I would say, and like more not cottony. The other one just felt like it gave a little bit more, so I'm going to be interested to see like how that works when I'm pulling through and working up my projects. We'll talk about those things in a few days when I come back and give you my final thoughts on this yarn. Hey y'all, it's a new day. It's actually Memorial Day, Monday, May 27th, and I'm back to finish up our Joann's t-shirt yarn review. My final thoughts. First off, let's clap it up for me again because I worked up another purse in like a day pretty much. I guess like if I worked it up very fast so that I could get this video out. So I'm very proud of myself for that. So I made another purse using the Joann's Big Twist yarn. Here's what it looks like. Now let's get into how it compares to the t-shirt yarn that I used from Amazon. The difference between how I worked up my first purse in this video is that I used a different size crochet hook. I used a 10mm crochet hook to work this purse up, and I will say it is like a visible difference in the size between this one and the first bag that I made. That is something to note. I will say that I found this project a little bit easier to work up using the 10mm hook because I think I'm starting to realize that I actually have a pretty tight tension when I'm crocheting. So when I was using a 6mm hook to work on my first purse, I was struggling a little bit. I was like hands cramping, like in the middle of the night. I could feel my hands just like getting the relief that they needed from the crocheting that I had done earlier in the day. So I was happy with this. I think I'll probably try another one with a 10mm hook. The recommended hook size for this Joann's t-shirt yarn is a 9mm hook, so you can keep that in mind. Try various sizes and find what works for you. But my hands were happy using this bigger hook, so I'm not mad at it. Actually, you know what, I used 10 for all of it, but just to kind of like pull my threads through and camouflage those, I use my 6 to kind of, you know, weave in the ends and stuff like that. But I use a 10mm hook and I think this was great. Now, ease of use. I thought this yarn was so easy to use. When I originally felt up the yarn, I was like, oh, this is not as soft as the one that I picked up from Amazon. It didn't feel as stretchy, but as I was working through the project, I think it was a pretty nice level of stretch. I wasn't mad at it. I do a lot of things recklessly, and so me pulling yarn, yeah, I was pulling pretty tight and pulling like in a crazy manner and nothing happened to it. So I think that's good. Like you can probably, like you can really stretch this yarn and tug at it and it won't tear, it won't split, which is really, really nice. As a beginner crocheter, this yarn is really nice because it's not coming apart. I found that when I use other yarns, sometimes I get the yarn split up or I don't pick up the whole strand of yarn as I'm crocheting. There's no issues with this when you use the t-shirt yarn. So it's great for people who are new to crochet. Another factor that I was looking for with this crochet yarn was the factory knots, because I did have one factory knot in the Amazon t-shirt yarn that I found, and I didn't know what to do with that, didn't like it. And when I finished my project, the way I set it up, the factory knot was actually like on the outside of the project. So my purse, if you look very closely, you can find the factory knot from that Amazon yarn. This Joann's t-shirt yarn also does have a factory knot, but I knew what to do with it this time. But just be aware that there is one factory knot in this skein of t-shirt yarn. I do think this yarn is a really great option for people to pick up, especially if you are interested in crocheting purses or bags, because the options that I found on Amazon are relatively expensive in my opinion. Like I said earlier in this video, I think I paid like $17 a skein, and the price point for the Joann's Big Twist t-shirt yarn is way cheaper than that. So I definitely recommend picking up a skein to try yourself. Like I said, I made this bag. I picked up 2 other skeins in a lime green color. I'm gonna work up a purse in that color just to kind of see, because at this point I've made 2 black purses, so I would like to see what it gives in some bright, vibrant summer colors. So I will keep y'all updated on that. The price point is bomb. There's so many different colorways for you to choose from. It's easy to work with. I don't think you can beat it. So if you yourself are a crocheter and you picked up the Joann's Big Twist t-shirt yarn, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Let me know what you are making with the t-shirt yarn. I would love some ideas outside of a purse. If you're not new here, then you know that I am pretty new to crochet. So if you have any cool projects that you recommend for t-shirt yarn that's like different from a purse or different from a purse that you've seen on my channel, because I've only made one style of bag so far. If you have any other bag recommendations, let me know down in the comments below. So my final rating for the Joann's Big Twist yarn, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 stars. I think that's a fair rating because the price point really sells this yarn for me. But then also I think I prefer the feel of the Amazon t-shirt yarn that I purchased to make my first bag. So I'm kind of like docking points for just like the feel of this yarn. It feels more like a true cotton t-shirt, so not a bad feel at all. But the other one just kind of felt like a little bit more elasticy, maybe like more polyester-y. The factory knot, I mean, I don't know that you can avoid that, but like I said, I hit it a little bit better in this purse that I worked up, so definitely something that you can move past. But I'm gonna rate the Joann's Big Twist t-shirt yarn a 4 out of 5 stars. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Shout out to you for hanging out with me today. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to share this video, I would love that. Leave me love down in the comments. Keep me encouraged. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.